Oh my goodness, grocery shopping. It is about the most time consuming thing for most people. Um, and so finding ways to save time with the list making, the budgeting, the shopping, the bringing it home, the putting the things away has always been something that I tried to do. I tried to find ways to be more and more efficient. And this little trick that I've come up with won't take long to explain. And if you understand it and apply it, hopefully it will make things faster and more efficient for you. If you've got other really great ideas, please share them in the comment section below. Hashtag redefine in the comments because we are redefining grocery lists. So let's say that you know what you want to make this month or this week, depending on how much grocery shopping we're talking about, but you are super busy. There are a few ways to get control of your grocery list and make it faster and easier to do. The first way that we have in our family is when my husband was in school, he was going one place, then we had kids in high school. We had a daughter in college, but it was like 20 minutes away from us. So it wasn't super far, but she didn't have a car on campus. And then I had other kids that I had to drive, and I was working two jobs. And so it was like we were never together. During that season of our life, it was much easier for us to use a shared document in our Google Drive. And so it was shared between my daughters, my husband, and I. And when one of us would think of something that we needed to get, we would go into the document and we would type it out. Now, this wasn't the big monthly grocery shopping. This is like, oh, we're getting low on milk kind of thing. The big grocery shopping we put up on the refrigerator. We have an old refrigerator where you write on paper and stick it up there. But what we did is we had a shared drive and we'd put it in there. And so if one of us was out and we're going to be going by the grocery store, we would stop there. In terms of my kids, they had a gift card to the grocery store that I would replenish with cash, kind of like a debit card almost, so that they could pick up groceries for us. And, they obviously didn't have to have money on them because they had our grocery money. So that Google Doc was extremely useful because if anybody was going by, somebody could grab it and everybody knew what we needed to get. And then you would delete it when you just bought it. And then in real time, I would know before I went to the grocery store, oh, Chris already went, I don't have to go. Or one of my girls already went, I don't have to go. The second thing that I found to be a real time saver is how to make my grocery list when figuring out like certain ingredients, like making up my grocery list for the month. If you've looked on my meal planning videos, you know that I talk about a couple of different methods of meal planning. And one of them is the days of the month that you can do there in the grocery store. And the other one is the meats of the day. And of course, if you don't want to be that organized, you can just assign various meats to the day. Maybe you have certain recipes you want to have on certain days. What I do is, again, you open up a document and you do voice to text. Voice to text. No, it's like voice where it takes your voice and turns it into words. If you remember what that's called, put it in the comments below because I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, maybe it is voice to text. Who knows? Voice to text, and I will read the ingredients for the recipes that I want to use that month. I will also look in my freezer, chicken, pork, and put the words. Now, there's a reason I said pork twice, because maybe I want pork twice, or I need 2 packs of pork. Here's what I do then. With the document, you can do a search within a document, and it'll show you every instance of that word appearing. So when I'm looking through my recipes, I'll write down, recipe for African beef, recipe for quiche, recipe for, I don't know, fried chicken. I mean, that one's obvious, but I read off the ingredients, including spices. That's a big one. We always forget the spices, don't we? Including spices into my document. Assuming that it is actually transcribing correctly, which means you have to occasionally glance there, you now have a listing of all the things you need for that month. It sounds hodgepodge, I know. But then what you do is you do a search all for beef. And you'll see illuminated 8 different places where the word beef appears. Look quickly to see if it says stew beef or ground beef or beef roast. But then you can go, okay, I need 3 ground beefs. Okay, I need 2 stew beefs and I need hamburgers. Well, you'd have to say hamburger probably. But okay, cilantro. Do that. Now here's the other thing. What I do so I don't double count it is once I've done that search and find, I do a search and replace and I delete so that the word beef now disappears, because I don't really need to know the word beef 17 times because I know what my recipes are for the month. This is just creating my grocery list. And then chicken, and then everything, once it's gone, I can look and go, I need to buy cumin. That's on there. Ginger, ground ginger. That's something I always forget. Garlic, we're almost out. But you can also check the ingredients and go, okay, I need 3 ground beefs. Oh, I've got 2 in the freezer already. I only need to buy 1. So you write down just 1. You're not overbuying. You're keeping track. If you have recipes online, maybe you're not reading them out of a book like I love to do. You're online. You just copy and paste the ingredient list into the same Word doc, do the same process. So the only thing you need to make sure and do before you do the search is look quickly for misspellings, because misspellings can trip you up, but they're usually squiggly lined. And if you've been deleting those words like I recommended, when you get to the end, if you have a word left over, you can figure out what it is. So I have my little index card. I write down the recipes I want to have for that week. I read off the ingredients. I do a search. I hashtag, tally mark, whatever, to write down all the things to make sure I have them all. And that is how I hashtag redefine time management. This is how I quickly manage my time. And this video is just under 7 minutes so far. It'll probably bump just a little bit over. But in that time period, you could have gone through all the recipes and done this and made up your list of all the meats and things that you need for the specific recipes you want to make for that whole week or month. Quick, easy, efficient. And like I said, if you want to keep it in a Google Doc, you just type it right back in when you're done with voice to text. Ground beef, 3. Pork, 4. Chicken breast, 2. And then everybody in your family knows exactly what needs to be picked up that week. Boom, it's done. So there's a kind of creative way to save yourself some time on putting together your grocery list and getting your grocery list done faster. If you've got some really great ideas, or you've got an idea way better than mine, share it in the comments below. I want to learn from you. And if you have questions on this or other videos, or maybe topics I haven't brought up before, please make sure that you put those below too. And thank you so much for sharing these videos and subscribing and clicking the bell so that you can come over and find the videos when they go up. I really appreciate all the support I've been having so far on this YouTube channel, and I'm looking forward to making a lot more videos. Thanks so much. See you next time.